So we all know the Minecraft marketplace has plenty of plane-related add-ons, but this one intrigues me. It's just called the Aeroplanes add-on, created by Pixel Beaster. I find this fascinating because it does come at a very hefty price. To price something this expensive, you must have confidence in your work. So it's priced at 1,340 Minecoins, which is £6.69, roughly $7 or $8. Very expensive for an add-on. The description says, build up your own aeroplane factory, assemble your favorite planes and vehicles, and then take off with the Aeroplanes add-on. 20 planes and 10 additional vehicles, fully fledged factory machinery, realistic flight mechanics, easy customization, and full color spectrum choices. So this is a full factory. You have to assemble each and every single part before you can actually create these vehicles. Now, judging from the pictures, I am relatively impressed. But let's see if the gameplay is just as good as what they've described. The add-on file size is 13 megabytes. This add-on is incredible. I'm about 20 minutes into setting up and preparing this add-on, and it is absolutely phenomenal. You guys are about to be impressed. Hello, Mr. Pig. Now, one thing I will say is I'm recording this in separate parts. Don't worry, I'll put it all in one video for all of you. There's just a lot to take in, and to make sure I retain the information, I'm going to do this in smaller parts. So as always, once you do have this installed in a new or pre-existing world, you are going to be given a guidebook. Now, if you open this, we have the introduction, go to the tutorial to get started. Now, a few things to be mentioned here. If we tap on the About section, this is the version 1.0.0. So it is likely this is going to be updated in the future. If you need to get in contact with the creators, my recommendation would be their Discord, but you can contact them on other social medias as well. So this is done with a separate kind of crafting because there is so much involved. So if we open up the guidebook, tap on tutorial, we're going to start with the crafting section. It says, Aeroplanes adds new crafting systems to create planes and other vehicles. To get started, you will need an assembler multi-block with many new crafting recipes, several multi-block machines to shape certain complex parts, and then get started. We are starting with the assembler. Now, this just explains how to make it. I'm about to show you. These are the needed materials. So you are going to need 3 iron ingots, 2 pistons, redstone block, 2 levers, and a clock. Inside of the crafting table, tap on craftable, and you'll get given 2 at a time. It's the only thing that you can make inside of a regular crafting table. We are going to need 2 more of these. You need a total of 4. So 1 on their own doesn't do anything, nor does 2, nor does 3, but 4 actually does. Once combined, if you tap on this, every single item within this add-on is inside of here. Now, there's so many different machines, and they function and move and make noises. It's super, super impressive. Something else you're going to need a lot of is the machine cores. Now, this is kind of explained inside of the crafting section, the multi-block machines. It says here, all other multi-block machines are built up in the same way, and I'll show you what that means. Now, we're going to need a gear. The problem is, how do we make the gears? Well, if we head over to this and we scroll down, you can see here, this is how you make it. You are going to need some copper and some gold. This gives you the option to make yourself some gears. Now, if we grab ourselves a little bit of iron here, go back inside of here, we're then able to make the machine core. Now, on its own, it's not amazing. Like I said, you are going to need a few of these. So we'll place these down like that for the time being. And what we'll do is we'll go to the content and we'll go back. We'll go to the tutorial, tap on machines, because we now need to get ourselves a schematic creator. But we have another problem. If we go inside of here and we type in schematic creator, you will notice we definitely don't have access to the iron plates, and we also don't have the catalyst. The good thing is it tells you how to make it. So for the iron plates, we need to make ourselves a bender. How do you make a bender? Okay, type in bender, and as you can see, that is what's going to be needed. We also need the gears that we crafted before. I think we need 1 more of these. Now we can make a bender. This can just be placed down on the ground, but it doesn't work on its own because it has to be placed, and I'll show you guys, between these. Once placed down, this becomes active. If you tap on it, that item is invalid. If we grab ourselves some iron, you can see here, it's pressing them into these plates. Do you see what I mean? I'm trying not to overwhelm you because there's a lot of things to take into consideration. But this is then how, of course, you get the plates. So if we go back inside of here and type in schematic, sure, we have the plates, we have the gears, we have the assembly, but we don't have the catalyst. How do we make this? We would then need to get ourselves this, which then needs the centrifuge. You're also going to need the gold things. So I think they just work the exact same. The gold and iron are done inside of this. You're going to need a few of these. I was super impressed. I like the more complex stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. It's going to take you quite some time to get all of the stuff that you need, but still, I was so impressed. So we need to now make ourselves the catalyst, but first we need to get ourselves the centrifuge, and this is how you make it. So let's go and make it. So we can now make the centrifuge. If we go ahead and place this between these, as you can see, this is now active, and we need to put an item inside of there in order for it to work. And that item is redstone. So if we tap on this, it's going to do its magic, and out pops the redstonium. So if we go back to another one of these, we should be able to look at the catalyst, but we need to get ourselves one more press. So we'll make this item. That should be enough. We can now make the catalyst. And if we type in schematic, we just need to get ourselves a couple of gears and another core. So we'll grab one of the assemblies. We just need to make ourselves a couple more gears. I think it's 2 to be exact. We can now make this, which is also going to require these. So this goes in the middle. The cores go on the side. And then this then becomes active. I'm just going to pause it there, set up the rest of this video. I'm so impressed. So there is one more machine that we need to make. Inside of tutorial, if we tap on machines, we need to make the condenser, but also a fuel tank. Now, in order to do this, if you head over to the assembly creation, which is the station, if you type in condenser, we are going to need rubber. How on earth do we get rubber? Well, what we need to do is grab ourselves some dandelions, put these inside of this machine, and out pops latex. You're going to need, I think it's 2 latex to make rubber. Then we can open this back up, and we're able to make ourselves some rubber. And as you can see, the recipe for this is the plates, which I've already showed you, glass, and some iron. So we'll grab everything that's needed. We're then able to make the module, but we're also needing to make ourselves a fuel tank, which is also going to need some rubber. Now, these are the bulk of the machines. Once you lock these down, everything is made within all of the stuff that I've showed you. Let's make ourselves some rubber. We can now make ourselves a fuel tank. You still need these. So we'll grab everything that's needed. These go on the side, just like before. This goes on the front, and you need to place the fuel tank in the back. This is now active. Now, if you tap on this with a dandelion, just keep doing it. It should start to fill this up, which I think is going to be your fuel. I think there might be a couple more items you can actually put inside of this, but we will check. I think you can then take this out, which is going to be used for your planes, but we'll do a little bit more testing. I'm still learning this. The fuel tank is used to store biofuel processed in the condenser. You can safely break the fuel tank when it has fuel inside, and it will store its contents. To extract the fuel, interact with a fuel tank while holding an empty fuel tank. So we can take this, I believe, but also extract it with another one if you don't want to keep moving them. Is that, yes? So that stayed in there. So if we get ourselves one more of them, I think we can extract it. So I believe in order to extract this, we're going to need a biofuel can. So we need to get ourselves a little bit more rubber, which needs to be done inside of here. So it's not another one of these that you need. This is how we're going to be able to fill up the machine. So we'll make ourselves a little bit more. We can then make this, I believe. And can we extract it? Yes, we can. Okay. And then once again, you can start to fill this up. which then you can obviously extract it again. And this is going to be used to fill up your planes and vehicles. I think that's the bulk of the information. So let's make our first vehicle. Now, there is a lot more that we can learn. So there's like things such as cargo crates. We'll get into a bunch of this stuff a little bit later on. I'm not going to show you guys all of the crafting recipes. I think that's pretty easy to understand. The creators did do a good job with this assembly station. But if we go ahead and open up our guidebook, type in contents and go to planes, let's start with the air trike. Now, it explains that it's not so fast. Takeoff can be slow, passenger storage, etc. Not exactly amazing, but we're going to start there. Now, in order to get the schematics, you have to tap on this, tap on plane, and find the one that you want. So what we do need to do is combine this. However, this is where things get a little bit complicated. If we go in here and type in air, you'll notice that we need to make ourselves an engine. How do we make an engine? Well, the engine is made with the catalyst, which I've showed you how to make. So if we go back inside of here, we have the schematic, we have the engine, we need to make the wing base. We might need 2 of these, but I'm just going to grab 2 of them. If we type in air again, we have 3 things. We don't have the rotor, so we need to get ourselves the rotor blade. Now, we need to make ourselves another one of these, and just to explain how to make them, grab the iron plate, put it back inside of the bender, and out will pop this in case you need to make the rotor. So if we go back inside of here, type in air, we've got most of them. We need to make landing. How do we make landing? Well, to make landing, we need to make a wheel. How do we make a wheel? You make wheels with rubber. We need 2 of them. We then need to type in landing. We can make landing. There's a lot of information to take in. We now have our first vehicle slash plane. If we place it down, this is what we have, which can be customized. So other things we're able to decorate with is going to be the decal. So if we go ahead and grab a couple of these, we're able to change the styles. We're also able to do paint as well. Paint is done with the pressed plates, which are these ones. We'll grab a couple of different options here and just see what we can do. And this is going to be the same for all vehicles. We'll just see which one looks best. Do I have to fill this up though? Let's see. Let's see how this works. How do I fill this? I'm not sure. Does that have to go inside of there? I'm not entirely sure. But how do we change the decorations of these and spray them and stuff? Okay, so you just tap to spray. So maybe some of them might not be able to be designed with this. I'm guessing it might say inside of here then, since this is the first one. Planes, planes, and then we go to this one. Color layers, only 1. Is that what that's telling us? Ah, okay. So I think we have to make the vehicle customization kit, which is this, before we can alter it. So the spray paint worked fine. Aha, base colors. Red. Let's go to complex colors. Open the chooser. I like this. So you can pinpoint these. Also hex color it as well. Yeah, really impressed the way these work. We'll go like this. We'll go down there. Submit. Okay, let's go a little bit more. In fact, we'll go patterns. Open this. Style 2, I guess. Not so great on this particular one. We'll go to choose and go to 3. There's a couple of different options. We've also got remove colors as well. We need to fly this. Okay, look up to take off. Okay, there we go. We managed to do it. Holding altitude, ascending, plane is gliding. Okay, I mean, not a bad start, guys. Not a bad start at all. You can hold to ascend, look up and stuff like that. And this is just the first of many different options. Oh, wow. Okay, so this thing is actually pretty fast. Yeah, honestly, the combination of everything that you have to make to get here, it takes a while, but still, this one can't actually do any form of tricks. But I have to admit, I'm so impressed with how everything works. Well, we've got so many different vehicles to go through. So again, I'm not going to show you all of the recipes. Tap inside of each and every single section and figure out which one you would like to make. I'm going to do my best to show you as many as possible, but there really is that many on offer. If we go inside of here, we tap here, you got like cargos. There's obviously going to be the advanced engines, which you need to make. You have the advanced catalyst. Everything that we showed you does combine it all together. They've also got sports cars as well, which, again, not what I was expecting in a plane-related add-on, but we'll go ahead and grab a whole bunch of them. So we have the air tractor. Now, it looks like each set of plane and vehicle comes in 3 options. This was A. There's also B and C. The next one is a biplane, which I think might be big. Yes, we have this one. If we go to the next one, this is Skyhawk C. And again, they have different speeds as well. Place this one down. That's relatively big. Bro, I'm so impressed with this. We also have a cruiser. Okay, this is a relatively big one as well. Yeah, I like it. I absolutely like it. So I'll go with this one real quick just because it looks so cool. If you tap on this base color, I'm going to go with layer 2 to be... We'll do red. And I'm going to do layer 1 as... I want to go black on this. Oh, gray. No, we're going black. Red on black. I might need to switch them black. No, I like that. I like that. Once again, get inside. Put this inside. Hold jump to accelerate. Increase speed to take off. Okay, so some of these might take a little bit of time to actually pick up their speed. I'm trying, though. We might need a little bit more space. And then look up to take off. We are ascending. We're gliding. Bro. Oh, I am... Yeah, don't get me... Don't have me transporting you guys. I'm 100% not the one for it. 100% not the one for it. Come on. Getting that speed. Look up to take off. I keep missing it. I keep missing the takeoff. Look up to take off. Plane ascending fast. If you look down, it descends. I like the fact that it tells you, though. Yeah, I'm so impressed. I wish there was a first-person option as well with a lot of these. We'll take that off. What are the customization options that we have here? Pattern style. We'll go to 3 on this one. Yeah, I like that. So the air tractor, which is the one in front of me, can actually do tricks according to the guidebook. Okay, so apparently double tapping jump will let you do tricks for this. But you do need to keep the speed going. Like, you can't... Oh, bro! you got to keep the speed going. I wish there was different angles, though. It is very zoomed out, and I understand why. They've used the camera commands quite a bit here. I'm a terrible pilot. Don't get me anywhere near your planes. So we also have a cruiser, okay? A relatively big one. We have Ember 120. Okay, that's actually really cool. Feels like a private jet kind of thing. We also have the Magister, I think this is. Let's go ahead and place this one down. We also have Gilbert, which is style A. We also have a glider. Okay. Oh, how does that one take off, though? I'm curious. And we also have a Galapagos. Can this one go on water? Maybe not that one. I do like this machine. Let's go ahead and get this one customized as well. So we'll tap on you, pattern style, choose. We're going to pick 3 on this. We're then going to go to complex colors, open, change these like this, hit submit. I love that. You could just go inside of here, open colors. Oh, that's the wrong one. We want to go to complex, open, hex. I don't think that does anything. You'd have to find the actual color combo. So it could be from Photoshop or something. We'll do it like that. I kind of like it. Let's get back inside of this one. Put some fuel in. Hold to accelerate. Excuse me, passengers. We're about to take off on this journey. We are heading to New York today. Okay, there we go. Wow. Dude, it's crazy. It's still taking off. Gliding. This one doesn't do any special tricks, though. Plummeting. They don't crash. They don't crash the way I was expecting them to, so... You will be safe if you're just as bad of a driver as I am. I'm just going to have to start placing these down just because some of them are a lot bigger than we expect. Oh my days. Actually feels like a stealth bomber in a way. Looks really cool, that one. This is just a wooden one. We have the lightning, passenger jet. That one looks cool. We're getting in that one in a second. A seaplane. Aha. One that does actually land on the sea. Bro, there's just so many options. Now, if you do open up your guidebook and tap on content and go to planes, let's say you wanted to learn about this, it will tell you the speed, takeoff, passenger, and storage. And it says the actual description about it. But if we go to a different one, like the wooden one should be not as fast, but takeoff is pretty fast. Scrolling down, seaplane, basic seaplane, basic standard. It's this one. This might take a while to take off, but we shall see. We need to put some fuel in it. Tiny storage as well, by the way. Oh, I summoned 2 of them by mistake. Okay, look up to take off. Yeah, so this must be one of the fastest ones. Oh, we managed to escape that one just. It does do tricks. They're not amazing tricks. They're like twirls. I don't think there's actually a stunt plane in this either, though. So the last one in terms of planes are going to be this one. We have the triplane, and we also have the vampire one. Again, all fully customizable. If you want to alter them, you can. We'll change the patterns of this and change it to 3. Let's go back and change this to number 2. I like that one. I actually really like that one, to be fair. Let's try this one. Needs fuel. Doesn't have a big storage, though. So we'll need to hold acceleration. Then when it tells us, we got to lock up. Come on. Come on. Ascending fast. It's gliding as well. All right, that's enough with the planes. We must go on. We have plenty more to check out. So when it comes to the helicopters, we have a cargo one. Now, this also is going to need fuel. I actually don't quite know how the fuel one works, or like how you pick this stuff up. Press to deactivate the hover mode, because there is cargo, apparently, which I placed down one of them as well. I think I like the helicopters so much more. The hover mode is so good. Double jump to activate it. Let's just fly up a second. The hover mode is off. Double tap to actually hover there. I need to figure out how to get the thing to come down, which we will do. Let's read the guidebook real quick. Cargo crate attached. Okay, so I figured out what the problem was. The problem was we had nothing inside of it. You need to have, like, a cow, for example, and you're able to take it from A to B. So that's actually really cool. I love that. Transport items. You can transport mobs. I feel like a lot of roleplay-related people are going to really enjoy this. Can you alter the machine? Oh, I detached. Cargo is detached, apparently. I think we detached it. Hold on. Let's check. I don't want to take it with me. I don't want to take it with me. Can we let him out? Okay, we let him out. We let him out. Let's change the patterns of this. I think they all have 3 options. That's really clean. The other options we have is this one. And then we also have this one. Let's see if this one's any faster. We need to put some fuel in it. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, I'm much more of a fan of the helicopters rather than the actual planes, which is kind of ironic because the add-on is actually called planes. So other flyables consist of a Zeppelin, and yes, this is huge. Absolutely huge. So if we double jump, it's going to go to hover mode. I like that. I just want to very quickly read the details behind. Oh, if you open it while you're in the inside, maybe? I'm not sure, but passengers. Passengers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can have 6 passengers. That's really cool. Okay. We also have drones as well. A couple of different colors. I'll go with this one. Also needs fuel as well. Oh, these are clean. Yes. Does this run out? Yeah, it does. Okay. I wanted to double check. Yeah. I'm a massive fan of this add-on. And, you know, we talked about the price. Yeah, it deserves to be this price. They've done such a good job. The camera command has opened up new possibilities for Minecraft. After that contents, we then go into cars. The cars come in sports cars, police cars, fire truck, and a large fire truck. Can this also be altered? It can, even with the complex ones too. Not what I was expecting. I think going red is probably a very good choice. can we get in this? Do we have to fill it up? We do. Does it have... Oh, okay, so this is all first person. This is all first person with this one. Okay, so I wonder if the sports car is actually much faster then. Let's see. More fuel is needed. Oh, yes. Now we're talking, lads. Can't seem to run things over, though. So I think they're just basic extras that do exist in this. I want to see if the police has, like, custom audio or something. I don't think it does, though. It'd be so cool if it did. Anything? Yes. Double tapping does. Okay, so I think the other ones might as well. Get in this. Hold on. Yes, it does. Yeah, they do. You just got to double tap with a lot of them in order for it to work. So does this have custom audio then or no? Let's see. No, that one actually doesn't. So we do have speedboats, but we also have a parachute. So what we'll do is I'll run to the end and just show you how the parachute works. And then we've got 3 different options for the speedboats. So if you do get chased by the police, we do have a parachute for a quick escape with 3 separate speedboat options. Let's kind of get out of this real quick and have a little bit of a look. I mean, I did terrible there trying to show you guys a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be. Let's get in this. Does it do anything? Nope. It would be good if we had some fuel in it. Let's go. Here is your speedboat option. There's a lot of room for even more content in this add-on. Can we stand on the boats? No, so it looks like they actually do act as entities, which is a little bit of a shame, but I'm not going to complain. And that seems to be everything within today's add-on. I do apologize for not going into great detail with every single helicopter and plane and vehicle because there's just so many. It's now time for you to go and explore. I think this is an incredible add-on. And yeah, it is pricey, I would admit. But honestly, I think they deserve it with how everything works. They did a fantastic job.